So, I figured out how to use Maven. Um, if I do control new Maven project, uh, used quick start. Um, it's like 1.1. Well, sometimes it might not show up. Oh, yeah, I think it was this one. Maven archetype quick start. Um, so then you go to next and you provide a group ID. I did com.example, and then the artifact ID was my app. But I'm not gonna do that. I have my source. The package is com.example.my underscore app, and then there's mu stack. So you got a node count, the constructor, push, and when you push, it increases the count. It's keeping track of that. Pop, it decreases the count. Peak, um, if it's empty, you can't peak. So it says stack is empty, cannot peak. And then is empty checks if the top is null. And then the size returns the count. And then there's a toString method um, to put like show the stack. And you'll see that in a minute. I guess I can just run app.java. Like this is the vertical stack toString method. It's the default, and then the horizontal stack method will display them like this. So like if you're stacking plates, um, and then okay, um, and then when I was like doing a demonstration of adding to the stack, I was like, well, you need to have like add random numbers to the stack. Um, so and I was using string format, but I kind of didn't like that, so I used Apache's string substitutor. It's kind of more similar to PHP syntax. Like I've been learning some PHP. How far am I? Sure, it'll be 3 minutes. Um, so creates a stack, and then you have an empty stack. If you add one element to the stack, then you pop one element from the stack, and then it adds and the demonstration object you have to specify like the number. So here I'm in here and create it with 5, but if I wanted to I could alter it and add 6 random elements to the stack. um, so it'll add a certain number of random elements to the stack, and then when you want to specify the range of the random elements, there's this random object. um, So add some random elements to the stack. Then you can peek at the top elements. So here the top element is 531, and notice the stack is unchanged. And then we test that is empty, and there's stuff in there. The statement the stack is empty is false. Then we pop all the elements from the stack, and it's an empty stack. And then we check if it's empty, which is true. Now demonstrate errors, so we can't pop from the empty stack. We can't peek from the empty stack. And then we add the 5 elements back into the stack, and we check the size, and it's 5, to demonstrate the count and the count method. Um, uh, with the size. I think size is, I kind of like the name count better than size personally, but okay, so back to here. Um, and you specify a format, like do you want the stack demonstration vertical or horizontal? Um, so that's a method that you can call. So then we go to here and we call stack demonstration.demonstrate vertical 5 new random object 1000, and the default lower bound for random integer object is 1. Um, so if we go into here, this is the default lower bound. And then I originally named it random object, but then I refactored it to random integer object because you could also have like a random real, like negative 2.7 or something. Uh, so uh, if we go to here, yeah, I think I'm gonna make good time on this. See, 618. Okay. So and then the random integer between 1 and 1000 in vertical format, and then horizontal random number between negative 1000 and 1000. Um, and then for the postfix evaluator, if I run this and have this typed out, because in the assignment it's in a screenshot, and it's kind of hard to like well, anyways, so evaluation of postfix string using string tokenizer, split while there are more tokens, get next token. If this token is numeric, push it on the stack. If it is an operator, plus, minus, addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, power, exponentiation, or modulo. The assignment doesn't include power and modulo, but since they both accept 2 arguments, I added them. I guess you could also have, like, in Python, they have, like, that's floor division or integer division. Um, but like PHP supports all those. Um, so I added that as a bit of extra modification. So check on the time again, 7 minutes. Okay, so pop the top 2 elements from the stack, perform the operation indicated by the operator, push the result on the stack, and while the answer is on the top of the stack. Okay, so getting user input and just printing the output and saying, hey, that's invalid. Okay, so if you don't enter enough values, like if I just enter 1, it'll say, well, I mean, trying to throw that, maybe like 1, I think if I do that, yeah, this is not enough values in the stack for operation. What I should do is 1, 2, that. Okay, and then invalid token, so I don't know if I do 1Q, it says invalid token Q. And then determines if the string is a numeric value, and then I guess see if I can trigger the invalid, like 1 should invalid postfix expression, yeah. So here, let me run this again because it's, if I enter 1, it's gonna say invalid postfix expression. And then his numeric is going to try to parse it. So I can even use like a decimal. So I can do like 1.2345 plus. Or I might even be able to do 1.5E3 50 minus. Okay. You try negative values like negative 100, or actually I could do 12.5 E3 negative 50 plus. So, and then the is operator says, hey, is it one of these? And then just use those Java operands. And then if I try to do 1, 0 divide, it says division by 0 is not allowed. If I try to use like a different operator, so like 1, 2, 4 division. It says invalid token. Well, maybe 6, 3, 4 division. That might get never. This might never get thrown, because it'll count it as an invalid token. Um, it does have coverage built in here in the Eclipse IDE. Okay, so yeah, it's basically working. In the POM file, there's the Apache that's been added. This is my first time using Maven. Okay, so let me run through some examples here. Like 1, 2 plus, so 1 plus 2, okay. How about 2, 3 times? Okay, how about 4, 3 minus? And then how about 115? Should wait. See, what is 360 15 slash? So 360 divided by 15 is 24. Okay, what is 12 squared? What is, to check if the number is even, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 modulo, and it's 0. But if it's odd, like 1, 2, 3, like say 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5 modulo 2, that's an odd number. And one more thing with exponentiation, you don't need to specify parentheses, so like 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 4. That would be, you don't do 2 to the power of 3, say 8, and then raise that to the power of 4. So if I do 2, 3, 4, power, it's this really big value. If I want to change it, I can do this. So postfix doesn't need parentheses, which is great. So that's 8 to the power of 4. And one thing that I'll do is like I'll think an infix like 8 to the power of 4, and then like I'll swap it. So I start typing that, and I think, okay, let me just reverse the last 2. But yeah, that's basically it. Oh, and then you demonstrate quit. So quit, and this is exiting program. I was able to get the video done in not 40 minutes this time.